Hey there, Lacey here with a Sweet Pea Chef. The last thing you want to do is get started in a new lifestyle and then have it not work. So if you're feeling confused or overwhelmed about this whole intermittent fasting thing and what the heck to do with it, take a deep breath and let's get started. Today, I'm going to share with you 9 of what I think are the biggest intermittent fasting mistakes and how to avoid them. So starting off too drastically, like going from 6 meals a day to 3 in a shortened period of time is a big transition. So instead of just diving straight into fasting for 24 hours because you know how good those benefits are, try to extend the amount of time in between your meals at first. See how much further you can push your windows of fasting in between your meals, and then that will kind of teach you how long you can go. Your body's also going to thank you for this too because it's used to certain things, so you want to ease your body into this new way of living. Not having a good plan to start is also a pretty big mistake for intermittent fasting. Take an assessment of what your typical day looks like. What are time frames that you could easily fast, and then when are times that you probably should be fitting in your eating window, and then add your entire meals into that feeding window so that you have a better plan. Eating too many calories, even if you're fasting, can still cause weight gain. So if your intention is to lose weight through intermittent fasting, you still need to pay attention to the amount of calories you're eating. Calories in versus calories out is not the entire picture, but it still plays a big role even if you're fasting. So pay attention to the food you're eating, how many calories you're taking in. The good news with fasting is that in your eating windows, you don't have as much time to be eating so many calories. So that means if you normally are eating and snacking throughout the whole day, when you condense that window into a smaller time frame, you're not going to be able to eat as many calories as you used to anyway, which is a really good benefit for fasting. Yes, calories are important, but the types of food and the quality of the calories is even more important. And that's why choosing foods that are clean and whole foods and unrefined are going to be really valuable for you, because not only are they nutrient dense, they're also going to help you with your weight loss. If you're interested in learning more about clean eating and what types of foods to look for, check out my video on clean eating for beginners, which will share everything you need to know. And now we're going to talk about eating too little calories. You really don't want to be eating at a super calorie deficit. Yes, eating at a calorie deficit is important to do if you're wanting to lose weight. You don't want to go so far into your deficit that you're depriving your body of what it actually needs. So even though fasting does help to increase your metabolic rate, if you start cutting your calories too much, that's going to also negatively impact your metabolism, which is going to interfere with fat burning, and it's going to ruin your progress. So to avoid this mistake, you should be calculating what your daily calories should be for losing weight or for gaining weight or maintaining, and then you should be targeting that amount each day. Plus, it's always a good idea to have food prepped ahead and ready to grab so that you have easy to grab food that's going to make it so you meet your caloric intake needs. Another mistake that people make when fasting is they don't recognize that certain foods still break their fast even though they have no calories. So foods like multivitamins, pre-workouts, gum, coffee with sugar, some herbal teas that have fruit in them, and other types of supplements can easily break your fast and stop those health benefits from occurring. And you can check out my video on what does and doesn't break a fast so that you can be informed on all the things that you should avoid while you're fasting. Exercising while in a fasted state is incredibly beneficial because you have that human growth hormone that's already increased, so your muscles are actually going to get stronger faster because you'll be able to grow more muscle, and you'll also have more energy, you'll have a higher metabolic rate, so everything is in your favor if you fast and you work out during that fasted state. So what I did was I started just postponing my breakfast until after my workout, and then that way I was able to kind of test, okay, do I really need to have that food before I work out? Though do keep in mind you are going to still want to be hydrated and having your water, and listen to your body. If you start to feel dizzy or nauseous or have some headaches, you might want to take a break and start easing more into exercising while fasted rather than just diving head in. Remember, we want to transition. Don't beat yourself up if you make a mistake. We're all humans, we're all gonna have a mistake here and there. You know, especially when you're starting out and you're not comfortable with fasting, you kind of need to listen to your body, and you need to learn how to decipher, is this really hunger or is this just a normal habit? Do I need to to snack now? Am I gonna pass out because I have no energy and I need something? Or can I just take a second, have some water, and then move on because my body is used to eating at that time, even though I don't need to eat? Don't let intermittent fasting rule your life. If your family's going out to dinner at 8 o'clock and that messes up with your fasting schedule, that's okay. You always have the opportunity to try again the next day. Just remember to consider this as part of your healthy lifestyle and that it doesn't have to be 100% perfect 100% of the time. So if you're about to start your fasting window, you want to make sure that you're choosing foods that are going to make you feel full, they're going to take a while to digest, and they're going to make you feel satisfied, because the last thing you want to do is to feel hungry right away. So foods that do that are going to be full fat dairy, foods that are high in protein, and foods that are high in fiber, because all of those make you feel full and satisfied and satiated, and they take a while to digest. Check out my video on what I eat in a day with intermittent fasting and how I include it into my daily life. And I will see you in the next video.